What's up, y'all? This is Big Boss Calvin 83. So, I was about to do my own take on. I know this was a while back, but I wanted to cover the two stories that I never got a chance to cover in regards to Kareem Hunt calling out Jimmy Taz racist, misandric bullshit, and standing with and me supporting Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless for putting her on blast and putting her in a place. Then I wanted to discuss a lot of these black men, these black male college football players, like that brother Quintez Cephus. I don't know how to say his last name. And that because in regards to him not being charged with sexual assault and rape. Okay, so so I was about to get in. I don't know when I'm going to be able to do those stories, but I want to do it as soon as possible. But this caught my eye, and I'm so pissed off about I'm so fucking pissed off on the selective outrage of Caucasian females. These white bitch females. Yes, I call them these white. No, I don't call them white. There's nothing white about them. Those pale skin monkey devils. Those pale bitch devils. These pale hoes that some of you Negro bedbug males and you Asian males and Latinos just worship to death. You East Indian males. I mean, it's more. You see more of Latinos, and you see Asian males on a slide. And East Indian males and Arab males be worshiping white females. And the Mexican dudes, those Mexican males, and or those from Guatemala, Latin America, they be praising and worshiping the hell out of white females. And like they're so fucking great, but they stay on code. Unlike you Negro males, you Negro bedbug dumbass males, y'all be talking so much, y'all be praising white women, white females like they're so goddamn perfect, how they're so nice and sweet poly purebred, but we got cell phone videos all over social media and even the news, mainly social media, candid cell phone video of these bitches being racist as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Being racist, confrontational, violent as fuck, disrespectful as hell, and guess who they go after? Black people, black men. They go after black women nowadays like I've never seen before. Calling the police for every petty ass thing. Every time you check a bitch or correct her or question her, she want to call the cops on you, and that's code for racial white supremacy terrorism. Racial Caucasian supremacy terrorism. The whole thing is a fucking hate crime. The reason why these bitches call the police is to get us lynched. They call these simp-ass, beta male, faggot-ass, piggish cops. These pussy-whipped white males, Captain Save a pale bitch. You know what I'm saying? Captain Save a cunt, save a hoe. Captain Save a pale bitch, pale slut. You know what I'm saying? They call these simp, beta male, moist, mangina, pussy-whipped Caucasian male police officers to kill us. To kill us, beat the shit out of us, kill us, rip our clothes off, crack our necks, beat us to death, rape us, sodomize us, what have you, but just gun us down, especially if you're a black man. Or if you're a black woman, they kind of do something less to a degree, but they just beat the shit out of you and sexually assault you and rape you on the spot. You know what I'm saying? But these bitches ain't sweet poly purebred. These bitches are violent as hell. These bitches are shit starters, you know what I'm saying? These bitches are crazy, and they always get a pass for doing that shit. I was talking about, as I can recall, that there was a former Miss Kentucky, and she's now a teacher, but she got busted for having a sexual relationship, an inappropriate relationship, having sex with a minor of another, I'm assuming a male student, again. Even if it was another girl, you got these teachers, these Caucasian female teachers, doing all types of sexual misconduct, but they want to talk about no means no and Me Too and shit. And then when you call these women out on their bullshit and hypocrisy, they want to call you a rape apologist. But it's okay for women to sexually harass men. It's okay for women to be pedophiles, sexually abuse boys mainly, and some girls in the process, sexually harass other women, sexually assault other women, sexually assault men. It is funny as hell when that happens, right? You know what I'm saying? Rape men, you know what I'm saying, and they're better at plotting that shit and knowing how to pull it off too. And flipping it back on the man and making herself look like she's the victim. You know what I'm saying? Now, the whole video is about Amanda Satan and Maria Avgeropoulos, you know what I'm saying, being charged with domestic violence, okay? Now I want to start off with Maria Avgeropoulos, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how to pronounce the name correctly, so forgive me. Now, she got in an argument with her boyfriend, and I gotta go in on him, but let me finish. She was getting all violent to the point where he felt threatened. I'm talking about she was physically violent and aggressive. They did not put it out there like that. They suppressed that information. They made it seem like, oh, it's no big deal. Oh, and they're saying it's because she had mental issues. And the dude, her boyfriend, is being a goddamn bitch. Staying in that toxic relationship. I know the pussy ain't that good, dude. I know the pussy and her mouth ain't that damn good. I know her titties and her body, when you touch it and lay up with her, ain't that good to be putting up with that type of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Well, I forgot she's the breadwinner. You know what I'm saying? And so basically, he's probably one of them dudes, just like Amanda Santon's boyfriend is probably one of them dudes, boyfriend, fiance, you know what I'm saying, is one of them dudes who ain't got a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out of. So basically, he's probably financially dependent on this female. Now, nobody's going to have no sympathy for him because he's a man. But let me say so, how many times have women, if it was a man being abusive to his girlfriend, fiance, and wife, but you know something, she has 1,000 excuses why she stays and takes the abuse. But if a man says, I'm staying because she takes care of me financially and gives me this and that, you'll be calling him out. But when women do it, it's an excuse. You know what I'm saying? It's a fucking excuse. I'm so tired of the selective outrage out here. And then the dude's trying to cover for her, but I don't know, but that dude, her boyfriend, Maria's boyfriend, Maria Avgeropoulos, Maria's boyfriend, her man, it was like trying to get away from her and stayed in the car and called the cops. I called the police to defuse the situation. Get the fuck out of here. I ain't buying what this motherfucker's selling. You call the police because you are in fear of your life. And if you defend yourself and hit her back, you going to jail likely. Now, I can tell you if it's a black man, already know he's gonna go be underneath the jail or be shot up and beat up or gunned down by the police. Let's keep it 1,000, especially dealing with a Caucasian female. Now, I don't know what Maria's Avgeropoulos' boyfriend is. I don't know what his ethnicity is, but I'm assuming that he's Caucasian. Okay? So, when they were arguing about, I don't know what they were arguing about women, but you got these dumbass women and these moist simp mangina males, these down low faggots, and these feminists saying, well, he must have did something for her to flip the fuck out, and he must have been doing something. Okay, wait, let's stop right there. I can say the same thing about Ray Rice's wife. I can say the same thing about Reuben Foster's girlfriend, fiance, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I could say the same thing. I can say the same thing about Kareem Hunt getting into it with that chick he told to get the fuck out my hotel room. Leave me alone. I can say he must have. I can say that he must have felt threatened by her, Kareem Hunt. I mean, to tell her to leave, or she was up to no good, and that's what, and they told her to leave. And someone tells you to leave, you gotta respect what they gotta say. Ain't like ain't like no establishment or just a financial dispute or something like that. And it's a public place, so and it's like that. It's that red tape, but you're black. Oh, you're supposed to leave regardless. Just like that brother out in that Oregon hotel. He had a hotel. He was staying at that DoubleTree. You know what I'm saying? Staying there, minding his own business, talking to his mother, but he was racially profiled. He had the receipts, and he was in the right, but they told him to get out, and DoubleTree refuses to give him a refund. I don't know if he got his refund, but it's going to be a while. And the police took the side because he's black. I know if it was Caucasian, it would be a different outcome. It wouldn't go down like that. He probably would have stayed for a year, like 5 years free without paying. You know what I'm saying? But I digress. Why is it that when a woman's violent towards a man or getting confrontational and aggressive and disrespectful, it's his fault? But when men do this to women, when men are confrontational and argumentative and violent towards women, we don't get that excuse. She's the victim automatically, especially that Caucasian female. The only time I've seen women get slammed and the man's in the right and the woman's in the wrong is a black woman. It's usually a Caucasian male or some other non-black male. How many videos have we seen black women getting beat up in public by Caucasian males, by Asian males, and the Latinos? You know what I'm saying? But it's her fault. But if that was a Caucasian female, she'd be the victim. But let a black man beat up on her, he's still wrong, and what have you, or they're both wrong, whatever the fuck. Okay? Nobody's telling this dude, Maria's boyfriend, to leave. Oh, you need to leave her. You need to get half since it's common law or something like that. You need to take everything from her. You need to get out and find better. But they tell women this. Well, they tell mainly black women this when it's an affluent black man with money. Oh, you need to leave that relationship. He's abusive, blah, blah, blah. But you don't know what the fuck's going on. How are you going to tell her what to do when you don't even live in that house? You don't even pay no damn bills. How are you going to tell somebody how to handle their relationship when you know nothing about it? You don't know. You're not with them 24/7. You don't know that person, and you don't know her. How do you know she's a victim? How do you know he's the perpetrator? You know what I'm saying? But they tell black women to leave because they don't want a strong black family unit. That's why they say that shit. But when you got Caucasian males beating the shit out of women, raping women, molesting the children, beating the shit out of kids, locking them up in cages and shit, sheds and shacks and shit, raping the fuck out of them, forcing girls to have their babies and shit. Y'all gloss over it and have 1,000 excuses. Oh, he was mentally ill or something like that, misunderstanding, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? But when you have women actually doing some fucked up shit, raping men, abusing boys mainly, you know what I'm saying? Killing children, drowning children, putting them in ovens and microwaves and shit. This is especially non-black females, especially that Caucasian female. You know what I'm saying? She had mental issues. She was going through a rough time. It's so hard being a mother, blah, blah, blah. Fuck out of here. But if black women were to fuck up like that, you would slam her to death, even though you created a system of a black single motherhood. You know what I'm saying? So I can say, why is it that when a woman's violent and disrespectful towards a man or a bitch, or she's aggressive, or she's sexually aggressive, or something like that, or she assaults him and is abusive towards him, why is it his fault? Isn't that victim shaming? Isn't that victim blaming the man? If a man gets raped by a woman or a man gets sexually assaulted, why is he emasculated for coming forward and saying, I don't like that? Or he turns down a woman. Why is his masculinity and his sexuality questioned? His manhood questioned? Or he respects a woman. Why y'all calling him a bitch for being respectful because he respected a woman? She told him not to do something, so he honored her. Or she asked him to do something or told him to do something, he did it. Now y'all saying he's a bitch? You know what I'm saying? We got to think about these things. Obviously, the dude felt threatened by this woman. He got scared to death. This bitch is violent and crazy, has a hot temper. She's violent as hell. Because if for a man to call the cops on a woman, most dudes try to handle it themselves. But you know, in this gynocentric, anti-male, and especially anti-black male, racist, misandric establishment, in this gynocentric, misandric, racist ass society, even though it's racist, gynocentric, misandric society, and you got female privilege, especially white female privilege. You know, if a man tries to handle it himself, even if he talks to her, oh, he's in the wrong. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, this dude tried to get away from her. She was flipped the fuck out. Whatever the hell. I mean, even if he was cheating. Let's say he was cheating. Even if he called her a bitch or he was in a nasty mood, does that warrant a person to get shot and killed? Does that warrant a person to be disrespected and humiliated and and have their life threatened, to be murdered, to be badly beaten and murdered and killed because of a disagreement, because I stepped out or she stepped out? That doesn't mean that person deserves to die, though. You know what I'm saying? So the cops come in, and all of a sudden, this dude recants his story and say, "Oh, I was trying to pursue." When you call the police, you ain't trying to defuse shit. Police are not here to defuse anything. That's a goddamn lie. Their purpose is to fuck with black people and kill people. You know, basically kill black people and terrorize them and arrest people, mainly men, and put them in the system for free slave labor. You know, free slave prison labor, because prisons have a stock. You know what I'm saying? Understand that. Police don't diffuse anything. They make shit worse. Or are you hoping to come to your aid? Actually, they don't. They just come to the establishment's aid and society's aid. They protect businesses, corporations, and crooked-ass governments. You know what I'm saying? Wealthy elites. You know what I'm saying? So the charge was dropped on Maria Avgeropoulos, you know what I'm saying? And the dude said, oh, it was a misunderstanding. And then she said, they said it was mental issues and she had a bad reaction to medications. Okay, last time I checked, most people who have a bad reaction to medications usually just be in a coma. Usually pass the fuck out. Usually be, they just drop dead. Or they just be like, can't do anything and they're just aching in pain. They don't snap out and be violent. Now, this situation, or a person just aggressive and just yelling and screaming, but they don't have an intent to do harm to anybody, unless you got exceptions where they are provoked and you got a bad. So this person's really fucked up. Now this person said something and they flip the fuck out, and that leads on to that sometimes. Okay, mainly that's an exception of what I just stated. So, but obviously this bitch ain't. She was arrested for domestic violence. I think it was felony assault and battery. I think both of them were. Amanda Stanton too. But basically, I don't hear that dumbass bitch, racist bitch, Jenny Taft saying, well, she should have a lifetime ban. I don't hear that low life, pale skinned monkey, lice having. I hope she died from 4th stage cancer, bitch. Jenny Taft, that white feminazi punk ass bitch, pussy. I hope she got a bunch of diseases and a goddamn thought. That toxic feminazi, that toxic white feminist bitch, Jenny Taft, with her racism, with her misandry, saying, well, she should get a lifetime ban. She didn't say nothing about Amanda Stanton. Since you want to, but because that was a domestic violence, because Heather Locklear, Amanda Stanton, and Maria Avgeropoulos, you know what I'm saying? They were charged with domestic violence, and obviously they are a threat. They should lose their jobs. Heather Locklear should. Heather Locklear's career is in the toilet, but you know what I'm saying? And she should be banned. I mean, why is Ray Rice banned? Why is Reuben Foster's career trying to be damaged and shit like that? How come you got these Caucasian females, these white females like Asian Argento, you know what I'm saying, who had sex, who raped an underage kid, a young underage boy at the time, Jenny Bennett. You got these Caucasian females getting all violent with the cops. You have Jamie Lerner drugging an underage boy, an underage young man, a minor, and having sex with him. and he claims that it was rape, statutory rape at that. You know what I'm saying? But they don't get no lifetime ban. Janie Taffy-Simon, I forgot it applies to football. Okay, if it applies to football, then Ben Roethlisberger and Jim Brown, Josh Brown, not Jim Brown, Josh Brown should have a lifetime ban and should never be playing ever again. Especially Josh Brown and Ben Roethlisberger. You got Ben Roethlisberger, a rapist. You got Josh Brown, who beats up on women, and he's beat up on women and forced her to do sexual shit. I don't know how you force another person. I don't understand how come he's not being charged with rape if his wife or girlfriend. I don't know if someone's forcing you to have sex with, a person's is forcing you and coercing you to have sex with them and do sexual acts. How come it's not rape and sexual assault and battery? I don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? Help me with that. How come there's no lifetime ban? How come President Trump, Donald Trump, how come he don't have a lifetime ban when he's bragged about he incited violence, racial hatred, racial terrorism. He has bragged about sexually assaulting women, and he's accused of sexual harassment, sexual assault and battery and raping an underage girl, saying all types of the misogynistic, inappropriate things. But Jenny Taffy-Simon on that, Harvey Weinstein, how come he ain't getting a lifetime banned? How come he ain't in jail? But y'all okay with Cosby being in jail for something over a goddamn lie, over hearsay, word of mouth? That the media pushed this narrative that Bill Cosby was all this and that, all because he tried to buy NBC. But you got Stephen Collins, you got Les Moonves. Oh my God, he's a fucking predator. He's an abuser. He's a rapist and all that type of shit. But Dewey Chin is still staying with him. But Dewey Chin with that colonized Ching Bedwinch, Dewey Chin. Oh, Camille said all types of shit about Camille Cosby. Staying with Bill Cosby, who's innocent. Linda Carter, that bedwench, wetback cunt, said the same shit too. But I digress. There's no lifetime ban on Les Moonves, Don Hewitt, and you know what I'm saying? Stephen Collins, you name it. People fucking kidding me. Now let me get to Amanda Stanton. Now Amanda Stanton was arrested for domestic violence. I think felony assault and battery too. Okay? I know she was arrested for domestic violence. You know what I'm saying? Before I continue with the video, I just want to make a correction that Amanda Stanton is a Bachelor alumni of that reality show, of The Bachelor, not Bachelorette. Now, all of a sudden, Amanda Stanton had the police. This was in Las Vegas. This was like now, Maria Apolos and Amanda Stanton. This was like about 4 months apart, 5 months apart now. Okay. The media did not make these incidents that I'm talking about right now did not make that national attention. I'm back, y'all, and I was speaking about Maria Avgeropoulos, and I was looking into the news reports from various sources, and you can Google them yourself. And I was also looking into that chick from the Paradise. You know that the I don't know if it's the bachelorette. I don't know how to pronounce that goddamn name. You know the Bachelorette Paradise. You know that show where with that scandal. I don't know if that's the same cast of the same season. But Amanda Santan, oh, you know what I'm saying? I don't whatever her name is, Amanda Stanton. So, and she was arrested for domestic violence, assault, and battery. And I think both of them were arrested for assault and battery of basically being violent towards their boyfriend. being violent towards the man, their man. You know what I'm saying? Their lover, whatever the hell, but their boyfriend. And you know what I'm saying? And these guys, I'm pretty sure, from my understanding, I think Maria Avgeropoulos, her boyfriend called the police on her violent behavior and her hostility towards him, and her getting aggressive and violent and laying hands on him, cussing him out, and threatening his life. But when you read these reports, they don't go into details. So you got to like a guess, and I'm pretty sure I'm accurate. I don't know what led on to what led on, but the fact of the matter is, you have women in Hollywood, and Hollywood. You got female athletes. You got women who work in these professions. CEOs, business owners. You know what I'm saying? Vice president, president, working managerial positions, and they are violent towards other people. They are violent towards men. You got men who are being victims of domestic violence. You know what I'm saying? But that don't get talked about. And I got an issue with that double standard. You want to demonize football players and like the NFL and the NBA, but when it comes to Major League Baseball, that's not really all black, and black men don't dominate that sport like Major League Baseball, hockey, lacrosse, track and field, what have you. Even if they had the Olympics, you still go after black men. But we have seen Caucasian males and other non-black males get fucked, get violent, get belligerent, do all types of questionable shit, fuck around, fuck with people, get violent towards women. And we have seen women do the exact same thing. I would say 1,000 times more and better. You know what I'm saying? But it's not black women getting belligerent. Y'all want to talk about Serena Williams blowing up out the umpire. Regardless if her coach was wrong, but she didn't know about that. You know what I'm saying? About her being coached, and she wasn't aware of it. Whatever the situation, whatever it is. When Serena had that outburst, y'all acted like you were on her side, trying to make it a men and women's issue. But you bashed black women at the same damn time, and you labeled her as that ghetto, loudmouth, network rolling hoochie hood rat. Last time I checked, the first hoochie mama, the original hoochie mama, was a Caucasian female. The first baby mama was a Caucasian female. The first slut, the first bitch, the first mother of bitches was a Caucasian female. The first home wrecker, side chick, rat shit. The last time I checked, the most violent chick, the first lying-ass bitch, two-faced motherfucking cunt, the first cunt. The first disease carrier, child killer, child abuser, pedophile. Yes, the first rapist, first abuser, especially abuser of children, boys and girls, was Caucasian females. The biggest drug abuser, the biggest bitch who gets all drunk and shit and fucked up, but she's never accountable for shit, is the Caucasian females. And sometimes it can go either way. I would say more so either Asian women or East Indian Asian women. East Indian Asian women, East Indian women and Asian women. Asians and East Indians are kind of one and the same. They're both Asian, to be technically honest. And same with Arabs, Middle Easterners. They're distant cousins of East Indians. So there is a coalition, but they all come from black folks. They all come from our DNA. They come from us. But I digress. You see Caucasian females do all types of fucked up girls, strip, Sex in the City type of shit, but they don't get slammed. Okay, you see other non-black chicks like Asian women. Y'all like the Caucasians males like to put them on a pedestal, but it's actually throwing a misogynistic attitude. They're so submissive and docile and pushover and doormats, and that ain't fucking true. I seen Asian chicks go off. Okay, when she had to. I just wish she didn't go off on her brothers. But that's a whole nother story. But but some I will admit they will stand up to the colonizer, the colonizer male. You know who I'm talking about, and check their male counterparts when they're out of line. I've seen that with East Indian women too. Believe it or not, I mean, yeah, I've seen it, but it's a different tone. It's more, it may be it's a more of a vocal commanding tone of aggression than someone just snapping and want to get in like an Asian chick. You know what I'm saying, in comparison to the East Asian chick and the East Indian chick. You know what I'm saying. Then you got the Arab chicks, who's considered to be very docile, very compliant, really under Sharia law. Them, Muslim, but we call them Middle Eastern Arab chicks because Muslim is not a race. You got a lot of other people, women, people of other ethnicities who are Muslim. Okay, but it's not just defined by one racial demographic. Okay, just like Christianity and all them other bullshit ass religions that I don't fuck with, and nobody should fuck with. But I digress. Okay, the Asian, the East Indian, the Arab chick get a pass when they get aggressive and violent and put their babies in microwaves and beat them up and just put them in ovens and shit, cut them to pieces, kill them and drown. Especially Caucasian females. I saw an article not just from Turin Rain's video, and but I also looked up. You had a Caucasian female out in California drown her babies, but that was swept under the rug. You know what I'm saying? You had Asian women, this was a couple years back, put their babies in microwaves and stab them and cut them up and shit. You have women just these other ethnicities going off. You remember that Asian female that cut off her Caucasian husband's penis and put it in the garbage disposal, and the talk was making jokes about it until they got backlash, and I addressed that years back. You know what I'm saying? The bastard at the who used to run CBS, I think CBS, Les Moonves tried to sue me for some bullshit, but I'll get into that some other time. You know what I'm saying? But the only time I know black women get slammed when they go off, and a lot of times it's usually out of reaction, retaliation. Just like black men, we get demonized, but it's different. A man can kind of get away with being aggressive because it's demonized, but it's respected. But if a woman does it, even though we got all this feminism, it's promoted, but it's actually frowned upon. Now we didn't create that. We didn't create these retarded ass ideologies and beliefs. My people, we didn't create that. These Caucasians and these other non-blacks, but mainly Caucasians, Europeans, created this confused, fucked up bullshit, fuckery ideologies and behaviors and indoctrinate us to think this dysfunctional ass way in society. Black women get slammed for reacting or going off when it's warranted. Yes, but no, I understand why, to a degree, why the black woman has an attitude. I can understand why black men have an attitude and go off and get, have that chip on his shoulder. But we're slammed for that. But Caucasians can go off. Asians can go off. East Indians can go off. Arabs can go off, but they get slammed to a degree. Latinos, it depends. Oh, they can lump us they can put us where black people are, but they get the benefit of the doubt. Black people go off and stand up for ourselves and retaliate and check these assholes and these bitches and these other motherfuckers who fuck with us and these fucking terrorists and abusers and harassers who are lying on us and doing shit to us, we're not supposed to retaliate. We're supposed to remain calm. And that's bullshit. Y'all don't tell these Caucasian males who who do these fucking mass shootings, shoot up schools, movie theaters, kill multiple women, rape multiple women. Y'all give him a pass. Y'all gave Ben Roethlisberger a pass in football, in the NFL. Josh Brown, the same thing. But y'all called out Harvey Weinstein, but you didn't put him you didn't put you called out Harvey Weinstein, but you didn't put him in jail where he fucking belongs. You put Cosby in jail based on just word of mouth, based on goddamn lies, and how the media push this blind ass narrative. Okay, I see it. You know what I'm saying? You have all these Caucasian males guilty as charged. All these Caucasian females, especially in politics, especially in these, beauty pageants. Now, I saw something. I didn't do a video about it. I need to look more into it. You had a woman in Kansas who was like, like, I don't know if she was Miss America or Miss Kansas, sending her pictures, her naked pictures. Like I was saying, it's funny how these non-black chicks can go buck wild, can go violent, be ratchet and nasty as hell, especially that Caucasian female. But for some reason, there's a positive, feminine, sweet, poly, purebred image about these bitches, these non-black chicks, especially Becky, that Caucasian female. Then you got the Asian female, East Indian female, the Arab chick, the Arab female. Then you got the Latina female. And Mexican, I would put more the Afro-Latinas in the black category. But, we already know about the colorism. Okay, yes, they may get some leeway. African chicks, from Africa, Caribbean can get some leeway. But they're still stereotyped as a angry black woman. You know what I'm saying? But and black American women get slammed when they react. But black men get slammed for hell worse. They're demonized for being aggressive. I saw the video about Kareem Hunt, and he was provoked. He was harassed. She spit in his face and called him the N-word, and he retaliated. To me, it's self-defense. Even if he takes a cheap shot, and the person is like away from him. My thing is, she set it off and knew what the fuck she's doing, and then she want to cry her white tears, and then you got these racist, misandric, down low lesbian bitches like Jenny Taft and all these other white feminazis and these coon ass Negro down low Negro bedwench lesbian black feminazis like Amber Phillips and Jamila Lemieux of the world that want to slam black men. But my thing was, if a black woman if Kareem Hunt was a Caucasian male, and that was a black female going off like that, y'all would say, "Oh, she wrong." And my thing was, based on that, why would you say she wrong, but you giving the Caucasian female a pass for her behavior? You know what I'm saying? Just like the females I'm talking about, like Amanda Stanton. Then you got Maria Everger Opolos. You know what I'm saying? Then you have Heather Locklear. These other females, these other Caucasian females, and I can pretty sure I can find a bunch of other non-black females getting violent and beating up their boyfriends and their husbands and abusing their children, like Hope Solo. You know what I'm saying? She just had her charges dropped today, a few days ago. You know what I'm saying? But she's not banned from playing football, soccer, you know what I'm saying? She's not banned, but Ray Rice is banned. They try to ban Kareem Hunt and a bunch of other black men on football. They try to destroy Reuben Foster. But Josh Brown can play. Ben Roethlisberger can play, even though he's a serial rapist. Josh Brown beats up on women. but that's okay. Now I'm addressing Amanda Stanton. You know what I'm saying? She was arrested for domestic violence in a Las Vegas hotel, and this was a few months back. Okay, between August to September and probably early October. This was covered, but the media didn't make it a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Because she's a Caucasian female, a white woman. Okay, we already know the narrative of this. Okay, and how they always getting a white pussy pass. You know what I'm saying? A white female can. You know, sorry about that, y'all. I had to put the phone away because a police officer was right alongside of me. So I ain't trying to get no headaches, especially in the so-called New Year, which actually starts around like April, towards the tail end of the springtime. But I digress. Okay. So Amanda Stanton, was accused of domestic violence. I think felony assault and battery too. It's along those lines. Okay. And she claims that it was a misunderstanding. You know how they always see that's getting on code. Now, she didn't say nothing negative about her boyfriend. Her boyfriend, I'm pretty sure she's looking towards marrying him. I noticed that the boyfriend got on code too. You know what I'm saying? And did not, you know, say anything negative. But he didn't say much. He was actually more of that quiet guy. And I'm pretty sure, I'm looking at it and I'm like, okay, how come you ain't saying nothing? You know this bitch tried to fucking harmed you, hit you hard. Saying Amanda Stanton, from the Love in Paradise, one of them, I don't know, it was the Bachelorette Paradise, Bachelor, Bachelorette Paradise. I don't know what season it was, probably the most recent one. Now, you call the cops on her for her being violent and aggressive, but you try to downplay it on a son. I don't know what the fuck you do. I don't know what the fuck is wrong. What the fuck is wrong with you guys? You know these women ain't gonna give you the benefit of the doubt, and even if they do, it's because you got money. You got that fame and status. That's why she's being loyal to you. She ain't being loyal because you're a good person, you have a good heart, and you just made a mistake. Motherfucker, please. Women do not go by character. Women do not go by a heart. I'm not saying no. Don't get it twisted. I'm talking about women who have been colonized, westernized, enslaved minded, been mind fucked the fuck up, brain raped, brain whitewashed. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to call it brainwashing. I call it whitewashing. It's more because the whole concept of brainwashing is white supremacy brainwashing. You know what I'm saying? Been lied to, been indoctrinated to be hypergamous, to go by looks, go by status and fame and money, and all types of superficial bullshit that's not genuine, true love. Women always start giving a fuck about that when they're past their prime, way past their prime. And they don't have those options like they used to, and especially when they got baggage. Oh, I need a person I can coexist with. I need a person who I can coexist with, not want but need a person, a man who I can get along with, who's nice and respectful towards me. Oh, I don't. They may still care about that money and all that shit, but now it's not as important as it was when they were like in their in their when they were teens, in their teens and 20s, especially early 20s. Now they're in their past mid 30s, or maybe some of them start getting it at like over age 30. Okay, but that's rare. You know what I'm saying? Now all of a sudden, now you want this good dude. Now all of a sudden you lowering your standards, but you're still liking them negative assholes and thugs and bad boys, womanizers, pimps and players and shit. These dogs that you can't stand, these jerks, these down low dudes, these weak ass males. But you can't come to a guy who's conscious and awake and woke and is a man's man who's real and raw and don't kiss your ass, who tells you the truth. You hate dudes like me. Dudes who will put you in check. Dudes who are leaders. Dudes who are leaders and assertive and aggressive when it's necessary. Okay? No, because you can't lie. You can't play no. You can't have. Because we're not gonna. We're not going to allow drama and stupidity and you being on dumb shit. We're gonna be real with you, and we're not gonna kiss your ass. We're not gonna make it sound all pretty and finesse and shit and flamboyant. Get the fuck out of here. That's why y'all like those. You saying be more sensitive. No, be more of a bitch so you can control us. Fuck no. Okay. I know that was tangent for a minute. Now, this dude claims that Amanda's boyfriend, Amanda Stanton's boyfriend claims that he got struck, punched, but she's saying Amanda Stanton saying, oh, it was a love tap. Okay, if it was a love tap, we already know the difference. I know the difference. You know, that was not no playful. Obviously, the dude saying he was hurting shit. Okay, so why did you call the police? Amanda Stanton's boyfriend. Why did you call the cops? And you were hiding and trying to avoid her. And obviously, they ain't no love tap. But see in the articles that I looked up, you know what, I'm gonna get the links. I'm gonna try to find it in my, my recent, because I got them saved somewhere. It doesn't talk about that. She was yelling and screaming and cussing and all of that. It was an argument. I'm pretty sure she was the argumentative one. Because based on the aggression of the magnitude of the situation, she was aggressive. And don't you all tell me he must have did something. So if we're gonna go with that argument, he must have did something for her to snap. I can say the same thing. Women do shit to men that make men snap, and a lot of times women are the initiators of domestic violence. Over over like between I say damn near 80% of the time, or over 80% of the time, women start shit. Women start confrontations. Women start physical altercations. Women want to get in the man's face, slap him around, spit on him, kick him in the nuts and shit, and he's supposed to just sit back and take it. And then we got to hear all these homophobic slurs. You are emasculating us and verbally abusing us, and you saying something about our mother or our parents and telling them we ain't shit. All types of verbal abuse, all types of fighting words, racial slurs and shit, derogatory remarks. Okay, but a man's supposed to just sit back and just be chill. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. Wake the fuck up. We are in the real world. We are not in Disney World. We are not in Disneyland. Miss me with that bullshit. All you motherfuckers talk about being calm and shit. You motherfuckers have never been calm. Last time I checked, the Caucasian male who shot up that synagogue and killed all them Jews, which I love so much that he did. But the arguments say he killed those Jews. Well, obviously he was not a calm dude. So all them Jews who were getting gunned down, were they calm and happy and nice? Fuck no. When Dylan Roof went into that, that racist motherfucking punk bitch, son of a bitch, racist son of a bitch, went into that church in South Carolina and killed 9 black people. Okay, in that church. Now, if he was a real badass, he should have went to the hood of those hoods in South Carolina. He should have went to them out in them hoods, them streets in Charlotte, North Carolina, Raleigh, Durham, and show how tough he is. Or go to New York and show how tough you are. Go to D.C., go to L.A., go to Detroit, Chicago, and show how tough you are. No, this bitch ass motherfucker Dylan Roof goes to the church and kills 9 black people, and you know how docile and not overly nice and pussy and how much of a pussy, you know what I'm saying? How much of a pussy those black Christians are. Yes, I'm saying it for what it is. Knowing how spineless these Negroes are, especially in the South. Because he couldn't do that shit in Los Angeles. He couldn't do that shit in the Bay Area, like Oakland, California. He couldn't do that shit out in New York, where I'm from, Jersey, North Jersey, Newark. Couldn't do that shit. You couldn't do that shit in Philly, D.C. You know what I'm saying? Chicago. Like they like to talk about Chicago and Detroit. You couldn't do that mess there. So, but he kills people, and were those people getting shot up at that church, being nice and kind and docile? No, they were screaming in fear of their fucking lives. And this motherfucker gets Burger King and a peaceful arrest and a conversation and mental health mental health issues, but it took people in social media to make sure he gets the death penalty. Get the fuck out of here. White privilege. Like I said, Amy Sutton and Maria even though she's from Canada, but Canada is a Caucasian country, a European country. Maria Evinger Apollos. Then you got Amanda Stanton, got white female privilege at that too, getting the benefit of the doubt, sympathy and love and compassion. Amanda says, "Oh, it was just a misunderstanding. We just had an argument. I was not in a good mood. Yada yada yada." And it was a misunderstanding. But she didn't say nothing negative about her boyfriend or try to blame him for anything. Oh, I just thought she just says like you see the article yourself. Oh, he's not the type of dude that I'm used to dealing with. What does that mean? She says something like that. He's a totally different dude. I bet you he's probably one of them dudes, even though he probably don't have money like that, but she's the breadwinner, so he probably would say, hey, let's do it like this. I'm my own man. I think for myself. You ain't going to try to run me. And she got an attitude. Hey, I make the money. We're going to do this and that. That's why some of you chicks, man, that's why some of you, that's why some men, that's why many men have said, if you get with a chick who got more money than you, got her finances, got her own place and cars and all that shit, got wealth and resources, and you don't have that, and you don't have knowledge of yourself as a man, and no toughness, no mental toughness, and you know who the fuck you are and where you're going and where you need to go as a man, don't fuck with a chick like that, and do not be dependent on a female for your economic survival and for you to live peacefully economically. You know what I'm saying? As your provider and as a breadwinner, because these bitches are corrupt as hell. They take that arrogance. Well, I'm the breadwinner. We're gonna do it my way, my way or the highway, to a whole different level. As a man traditionally will say, I make the money, I pay the bills, we do this and that. We're gonna do it my way. No, these chicks they take on the worst stereotypes of Caucasian males and go crazy as hell. Of the worst parts of patriarchy and take it to a whole nother level. Now it's matriarchal, and you see the matriarchy, the white female matriarchy, what feminism is so fucked up in a shithole. Okay? And this dude is so scared to say something. Well, she didn't mean it like that, and it was a misunderstanding. Being all quiet and shit. How come Jenny Taft ain't calling a ban for that bitch? How come all these other women, talk about domestic violence and survivors of domestic violence ain't talk about men being abused and victims of domestic violence? How come none of these women are not wearing men's clothes and wearing men's shoes, like acting like men, marching for men who are victims of domestic violence and survivors of domestic violence, of these women who are abusers? How come women ain't called out when they are violent as hell and guilt? And you see so many women who are in jail, but they get a slap on the wrist, get a pussy pass when they are violent towards men. There was a woman I saw that I remember. I don't know. No, I didn't. I don't know where it was in the Midwest, but she stabbed her boyfriend, or I don't know, her boyfriend, fiance, because he didn't want to eat her nasty fish smelling pussy. We had a case out in Miami when a man, the dude, the boy, I mean, I don't know if it was a boyfriend or fiance. This chick's man said, no, I don't want to have sex with you. I'm not in the mood to have sex. She stabs him in summer in Florida, South Florida. But last time I checked, he said no means no, and she did not respect that his no means no. So, but see, that don't get called out. No, she cussed his ass out and tried to kill him because he didn't want to fuck you. Why don't you find some other thirsty ass dude to fuck you? I'm pretty sure there's so many. I don't understand you women. There's so many dudes who are willing to give you everything and lay down for you and willing to give you that dick because they're so damn thirsty. But you shame us for being thirsty. But when you want to fuck with a dude who ain't thirsty, which makes no fucking sense, because you want what you cannot have, which is fucked up, by the way. So Amanda Stanton gets no charges. The charges are dropped. She's excused. I don't know. I don't think any of these women that I talked about, any of these Caucasian females, did any type of community service, paid any fine or anything like that, or probation. Nothing, because of white female privilege, white privilege. Because let me tell you something. If that was a man, even if it was a Caucasian male, there will be some probation, some sensitivity, anger management, something. And anger management course, class and shit. Now, if it's a black man, mainly, I mean, you know what I'm saying? If it's a non-white male, he would have been slammed. But if it was a black man, Let me tell you something. Jail, fines up the ass, community service, all types of classes and shit, mandatory therapy, you name it. And black men being violent and shit, and all these other women saying, why are you staying with this ain't shit nigger? Ain't shit nigger. He violent and blah, blah, blah. Don't know nothing about the situation, but want to run their fucking mouths, especially them Caucasian bitches. Racist Caucasian, man-hating bitches. Okay? Oh, but all you women are silent on us. All you simp-ass, moist, bitch, faggot-ass males are silent. You male feminists, and you ain't no damn man if you are a male feminist. Okay? You, all these simps, these mangina, soft, moist, spineless beta males, pussy wet motherfuckers, are silent when these women do this shit. Especially these Caucasian females. I know the women ain't gonna talk and try to, these women, especially these Caucasian females, doing all types of violent shit, being all violent towards men and people and children, men and children mainly, and other women. When Caucasian females snap and get all violent and start shit and do shit to people, oh, she had mental issues. It was the medication. She took the wrong dosage. She had issues. She was abused as a child. She was raped, but there's no evidence of that. She was sexually abused, molested, what have you. A man broke her heart back in middle school, high school. She got her heart broken, got cheated on. The dude left her for a hotter chick. And this justifies why she's a bitch. This justifies why she's violent. Oh, she didn't have a perfect family, even though she had her first car was a goddamn Mercedes-Benz, paid off, brand new, current model. You know what I'm saying? And she had cars, new cars that she didn't have to pay for and maintain. She had trips and shit. Other dudes giving her shit. You know what I'm saying? All dudes taking her out, dudes hitting on her all the time, giving her all types of attention, traveling, doing all types of stuff and getting away with it. But she had a rough life. Get the fuck out of here. I mean, my thing is, how come none of these women are being called out for those domestic violence and being held accountable, like a Maria Avgeropoulos, and then you got Amanda Stanton? All the Caucasian females guilty of pedophilia, guilty of rape. That's not called out. Guilty of sexually harassing men, lying on men, being violent. You have these women, these same females who have hired hitmen to get their ex-boyfriend, get their ex-husband killed. But I don't get called out. You got these women busting windows, keying up cars, destroying property, setting his house on fire, carrying acid, and trying to kill her ex-boyfriend, ex-husband, and his new wife and girlfriend. And side chick, you know what I'm saying? But that don't get called out. And this is what I'm talking about. The selective outrage is unfucking believable. That women can do no wrong, especially that Caucasian female. Oh, she's always a victim no matter what. She's always in the right and everybody's wrong. Unless it's another privileged, wealthy, well-to-do, Donald Trump, Bill Gates type of Caucasian male. It's just so fucked up out here. I hate this gynocentrism. Feminism is quote-unquote white supremacy. Wake up, y'all. White female privilege. White privilege is one thing. White female privilege, that Becky privilege, is real. And I just told y'all and showed y'all. Y'all have a good night. Peace.